of what we looked at last week, Sunday. So today is the 14th of February. So today is, let's just take a review of last week's signals. So last week we put these blue lines, which you can see on the screen. Right, so the market was right there. So as you can see, the market came down, close to our level, went up. So it came down, right? So I was using limit orders. So when it came down the first time, when market closed, I never actually took the trade. So when the trade went down, when it got to our point, when it went up 10 pips, I took the point. I took the trade in. As you can see, the drawdown was just 5 pips. So it went up about 10 pips there. They went up a total of 11 pips, if I'm not mistaken. I hit profit there, and then when it came down to my second point, when the first touch it took profit, then it came down, it touched it again, then it went up to our sell order. The red lines, as you can see, these red lines, they were actually sells, right? So it went up, it hit that one, it took profit again by 10 pips. Then it went up, it hit this one, didn't hit my take profit, it went hit my stop loss. Hit this one, didn't come down, it went and hit my stop loss. Came there, went hit my stop loss, then it came down. So in total we had 3 winning trades and 3 losing trades. So which means that we are back to 0. Right? So let's just take a look at some of the signals which actually activated and some which actually didn't activate. And we actually come up to a point to see which was a good trade and which was a bad trade. So the first one, this trade which took, we can see that this was actually support becoming resistance actually becoming support. So principles were followed. This one at the bottom there, it is the same issue where here we've got some sort of resistance. So we assume that at this point it should be a support, and likewise it was a support. When it went up, it's the same principle, support becoming resistance. And when it went up again to this point, right now, if you remember, this level was based on this one, which I'm just clicking on right now. So let me just zoom in a bit. It's such that I can actually show you something which I totally forgot. You see, when we look at this, right, this is a weak high. This is a weak high, and one of the rules of the volume profile is do not trade weak highs. So here, the loss which I made here, it was simply because of my own what word can I use? Greediness, if I may use the word, for not following all my rules, and which resulted in a loss, right? Which resulted in a loss because a weak high. This is like a weak. What is that thing? Okay, this thing is keep on scrolling. Let me turn off auto scroll. Okay. So okay, there it is. So this is a weak high, right? This is a weak high, and if you actually look at this point here, this is actually something called market rejection. So what usually happens with market rejection is price comes up, price comes down, price comes up again, right? And then if price comes down and stays a while, this is, we know that this would be a weak high, right? This would be a failed auction. So what market will do? Market will come back and test this region, but it will pass this region, right? So it's not a good place to put a limit order wherever we've got these market rejection zones. Right, let me just delete those things. Okay, I think I deleted something else. I'm not sure what it was. Okay, it was the order which was somewhere right there, right? So okay, yeah, good. We weren't supposed to trade here, so we actually traded and made a loss. So if we actually look again, we actually took another trade there. Let's come back and look at this trade, right? So this trade, what was the reason for the loss? Okay, for a reason for the loss here, it was just simple bad luck. It was just simply bad luck. As you can see, market broke. So when I was supposed to be trading during the week. When market broke this level and I made a loss from it, I was supposed to actually put another order right there. right? At the same place where I made a loss, I was supposed to put another order for a buy trade, right? Such that when market comes back, I enter the market and I go and make my profit, regain the money which I lost. I told you last week I used martingale. So market went up, market hit, okay, there's a price line here. Okay, so this is the price line. So market activated right there and it just went up a bit, just came down, went it, my stop loss came down. Okay, so now for this one, let's just, okay, let me just change a bit more of my settings. So it's your common, I need scale fixed, right? Okay, so what the heck? Okay, sorry about that. Let me just deactivate that. Press F8, keyboard, common, one scaled. Okay, so we want to follow this top line, right? So we're gonna follow it perfectly like this. Okay, so we had actually analyzed this area. So we analyzed this area. So the reason for that, why it wasn't good is because of this high, right? Just before this consolidation, this high is the same principle as this one. This is a weak high, as you can see. And also, if you look at this just tells you that the market it's not that good here. We want like, there wasn't a strong reaction to this level of the market, right? Okay, they were accumulating their positions, but it's not that strong, right? So now those were our trades. So there are some trades which actually weren't activated, so we will leave those trades and check out the next video.